Infinite blessings to all of you beings of light out there, shining your beauty and your innocence and your purity everywhere you go, all the time. Thank you for doing that. And thank you for being here. We're studying the lessons of A Course in Miracles on this channel. My name's Sherry, and we are in a review period currently. We're on lesson number 145. The overall theme for the review is My Mind Holds Only What I Think with God. And the two lessons for review today: beyond this world, there is a world I want. And it is impossible to see two worlds. It's interesting how these two lessons are put together because they seem like they could point you in opposite directions. So first of all, let's focus on beyond this world, there is a world I want. So it's almost saying there are two worlds, although it's impossible to see two worlds. My mind is going a little crazy right now because this morning I actually just finished watching that Terrence Howard interview. Joe Rogan did a podcast and interviewed Terrence Howard, who is an American actor and apparently has a lot of patents where he has researched and created all this information around essentially disproving the laws of gravity and physics. And I mean, it was incredible to hear these things coming out of his mouth about sound frequency and electricity and magnetism. It was 3 hours. Like I said, I just finished watching it. So I'm kind of like, I have like a hangover from watching this. But as I'm contemplating the lessons, it brings me back to the interesting like paradox here. So here's this man who is an American actor and has played the bad guy, according to him, many times. And he has a nice explanation as to why that's been so beneficial for him, given his off-screen interests and passions with, science and trying to make sense of the world around us. What is so magnetizing about him being the guy who's coming up with all of this and has been for many years is that he's in the ego's thought system world where he's part of a marketplace. By being an actor, like a big screen Hollywood actor, you are in the marketplace. You're part of the marketplace. And he's had a hard time getting traction with all of his theories, probably because of that, but also because the things that he's talking about definitely go against the current narrative. There was a little bit of information that came up in conversation regarding the vaccines and the way that health has decreased for a lot of people who have received the medicine and all this stuff. I won't get into it. But there is like a common narrative that is existing in that world outside of us. And if you find yourself kind of pulling away from that place, that marketplace, where essentially the pharmaceutical companies own everything that is transmitting advertisements to you, and there's a collusion going on at high levels of various industries out there, which I just define easily as the marketplace. That's the world that I think I want to see beyond this world, which is the marketplace, for lack of a better term. There is a world I want. Now, it is impossible to see two worlds. So I think what Jesus is doing, not trying to say these lessons cancel each other out, but he's trying to show us that I think it's also a play on words, because to see is, for most of us in normal life, you're looking with your eyes. But to see with your inner hearth, to see with your heart, is different than seeing with your eyes. You can see this current world with your eyes, the world that you want to see beyond. You can see that easily with your eyes. You can see the television, you can see the advertisements, you can see the influence of culture in the, your local, wherever you live, the people around you. There's like compliance and adherence to beliefs that people don't even realize how much programming is inside of them. You can see all of that with your eyes. What we don't see with our eyes, we connect with our hearts. And we have this inner knowing, we have our intuition. And that is the world that is the real world. Yet we're so busy and distracted with this current place, this marketplace world that we live in. It's just hard for us to believe that there is another place. I think it's being created in the sense that so many people that I talk to, a lot of friends of mine are going through some really hard stuff right now. And it's like you're getting to see the truth about yourself. So as the intensity of your challenges and issues raises, it's because you're ready for that. And it's because there's a collective consciousness upgrade and awakening that's happening. And this seeing of two worlds is starting to dissipate. And it's like, I almost feel like there's a shared visualization among those who are really waking up to the truth and really expanding their consciousness, really choosing love over fear, choosing compassion over judgment. We're creating this actual, like, bringing out the real world into more of our reality. But still, being here on Earth, we know this is the education planet, and we've incarnated here, and there's a lot more to us than what we can see. Our personality matrix, our pretty face, our reputation, our status, our identity. There's more to us than that. So yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Again, I feel like I'm in a little bit of a hangover from watching this long interview, but there's some reason why I watched it and then decided to come and make this video. It's just this idea that we're all potentially, the savior of everything, because what lies dormant inside of us is actually the medicine that we came here to offer, the gift that we came to give. But we're so distracted with this world that we want to see beyond. And, it's impossible to see two worlds. Well, most of our day or most of our time could be spent on these tasks that are very lower vibrational, terrestrial, mundane, if you will. Not saying it's totally unnecessary, but the amount of time that we invest into the world that we want beyond this world and the actual world that's there for us to see versus our belief that we can dance, my spiritual practice dance, and then I'm going to go be my normal personality matrix self. It's getting harder to hold being in two worlds, seeing two worlds, even talking about two worlds. In fact, there was this moment where I was watching the video and I was thinking, like, I want to, like, disconnect and pull away from even this YouTube channel, because it's like, why am I doing this? And I don't know. I mean, it's just interesting how when the tension and the pressure builds, we want to pull away and sort of go into our little private space. So it's just interesting how the lessons are working on me, how it makes me think about things compared to when I'm, other things I'm watching on YouTube and experiencing here. But all in all, I'm really grateful for the opportunity to reflect on this idea that some energy is building, and it's becoming harder and harder to hold both worlds. And Jesus even says, hey, check it out, guys. It's impossible to see two worlds. So what does that mean on a day-to-day basis for all of us? I really don't know. And again, the object of this review period is for you to allow those lessons to wash over you in your consciousness and provide you with answers that you need. I definitely feel like I've been given some answers and some more questions today in my contemplation of these lessons. And it's brilliant. And I'm grateful for the ability to share on this medium. And hopefully it's inspiring and intriguing for you. And it'll lead to some conversations next Tuesday when we meet up again. Like I said, I'll send out the link once I come up with the time. I'll meditate on that a little bit and put that together. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, that you're enjoying the lessons, that they're bringing things up for you, that you're making the time to just tune in long enough for something to drop in that gives you a little bit of peace, a little bit of relief, because that's really all that we need to help us get on to the next thing. So peace be with you, peace to all beings, and I'll see you back here again on the next video.